too far right. It's too far right.
Sonny, forget about the goal. Still 0-0. Okay, heads up. Play your game. Play like you did the... Let's go. Have a look up.
Each one of us, somewhere along the lines, has a really crucial pass, a tackle, or the right decision to make. Today we didn't do it. Put ourselves on the back foot where we always come at the end of the season saying, yeah, we should have done this, should have done that. Next week, man, be on it, please. I do not like losing these games, and I refuse to have 1 year where we just look at cups. You don't communicate, you don't say anything. How do you expect to turn up and then just hit the switch and then away you go? We're going to have to be a team, man, and we're going to have to do that in training, in communicating, and turning up on the day. Once I put that 11 out on the pitch, there's only so much I can shout out from the side. It's a team. It's a team, and you've got to sort it out between yourselves. You're grown men.
A group of British Muslims have entered a team into the Surrey South Eastern Combination League for the 2016-2017 season. The Ahmadiyya Muslim Youth Football Club aim to improve the public's perception of Islam. However, they have made a disappointing start to the competitive season, losing a key match to rivals TFT. Manager Shazil hopes more training will improve the team's performances.
Where are you, Jingles?
We've been a very successful cup-winning side over the past 3 years. We've won a cup in every year, but this year we really do want to push on and try and win a league. I've had very frank discussions with some of the boys, and they can see they're benched if they don't turn up to training, but it also doesn't help because a lot of them, try to slot into the game and haven't been able to be up to play. They do need to come to training, and they understand that it's for not their own benefit, but for the teams.
يسبح لله ما في السماوات وما في الأرض الملك القدوس العزيز الحكيم هو الذي بعث في الأمين رسولا منهم يتلو عليهم.
One player who never attends Shazil's sessions is 27-year-old winger Ibrahim. Instead, Ibrahim spends his week training to become an imam at an Islamic college in the Surrey countryside, Jamia, UK. His day begins before sunrise with the recitation of the Quran and morning prayers. He then attends a series of classes in religious theology, history, Arabic and Urdu. Ibrahim gave up the chance to play professional football in the Netherlands to study at Jamia.
By the grace of Allah, my father got the opportunity to play professionally in Bangladesh. He played for several clubs in the highest division, and then he got the opportunity also to play for the national football team of Bangladesh. Since we moved to Europe, to Holland, from a very young age at 9, I got scouted for a professional club. It's called RKC Waalwijk. I got 2 years the opportunity to play for the youth selection teams of Holland, in which I used to play with players of PSV Eindhoven, Ajax, Feyenoord. One player is Kevin Strootman, played with the brothers of Wesley Sneijder. I'll tell you the real story. I could have come in 2006 to Jamia. I filled in the forms, everything. But then suddenly, I don't know what made me. I filled in, but I didn't send it to Jamia 2006. So what happened was I got scouted again. Getting scouted again at the age of 17 is something. I trained the whole season with them, trials every day. And during those years, end of those years, I got also injured. So what made me think of what is life about? What do you really want? In a sense, after that injury, I actually realized that whatever God wanted, that's going to be my destiny. And I wish I always had, obviously, to play football. And Allah Ta'ala gave me the opportunity again since I came here, the Ahmadiyya Muslim Youth Football Team. This is my room, and this is Osama Karim, my roommate. And this is my bed, my desk, and this is my cupboard.
Biz He always stays quiet. He's shy, and but he helps other people.
Ibrahim isn't the only student in the team. 18-year-old goalkeeper Umar missed the defeat to TFT and has instead been busy with his induction week on a law course at London South Bank University. Like any good student, he heads straight from his lectures to a cafe across the road.
Inshallah, as I said before, we're looking to win the league. We've got a strong enough squad this year. We believe we can do it. We've seen a couple of teams and I think we can win the league. There's no doubt why we can't. It's just we've got to take our chances and finish them.
What do your parents think of your football?
My parents think it's a waste of time.
I'm not a crazy fan of football. He play very good, but I don't like too much football because sometimes he's crazy on football and he doesn't focus on his study.
जैसे ही इम्तहानात के दिन करीब आते हैं और अल्हम्दुलिल्लाह हमारी जमात के काम भी काफ़ी ज़्यादा होते हैं क्योंकि उमर का भी मुख्तलिफ शोबों के साथ तल्लक है, तो मैं कहती हूँ कि उमर आप थोड़ा सा मतलब माजरत करें या थोड़ी सी छुट्टी ले लें। तो उमर का यही हमेशा होता है कि मामा ये सारी जमात की बरकतें हैं, हो सकता है कि अल्लाह ताला इसी तरह मेरी रहनुमाई करे मेरे इम्तहानात में।
Following the defeat by TFT, Umar has returned to the starting lineup for a home match against Merton Social. The youths play in yellow kits at pitches in Tolworth. A last-minute dropout means 18-year-old Danial will make his debut today. Danial justifies his selection with a goal in the opening minutes, helping his team to a 2-0 lead.
It's a great start, 2-0 up in the first 10 minutes. I mean, that's a dream start. So hopefully we can maintain our attack and hold it down in defence, and inshallah we'll win the game.
However, the youths immediately concede.
With the corner, we like to play it out from the back. That's just the way we like to play. And sometimes it goes against us, sometimes it goes for us. That's football.
Both teams are making a series of increasingly hard tackles. The referee begins to intervene, and one yellow card too many means the youths will play a man down for the entire second half.
We are not losing today. It's 2-1 up. 2-1, we're up, man. Do not surrender this. We're going to get another goal here. We're going to win this game.
Umar marks his return with some smart saves, but the numbers game begins to show, and the team concedes twice more. All the same, Danial is in irresistible form, and his hat-trick seals a 6-3 win. However, the youths have conceded 3 goals, and the defensive weakness will be exposed further in the very next home game. Playing bottom of the league Godstone, the youths control possession early on. An explosive hat-trick from winger Gamran helps the team to 3-1 and then 4-3 leads. But in an increasingly physical battle, the players continue to lack focus at the back and fall 5-4 behind. Ibrahim has a goal harshly disallowed, and another defeat leads to a frustrated dressing room debate between manager Shazil, coach Ram and the players.
I'll hold my hand up. We made a lot of changes today. Some of that's down to me. I make the call of what goes out on that pitch, yeah? And the fact is that we've been dropping, we have a defensive issue, and that is a fact.
Start with the system, start with it pre-season, keep that system going, and it'll work. You keep consistency. Right. Consistency is key, whether it's...
That's fine.
Understand their role defensively.
Understand it.
Define a system. Define a system.
Forget the Bible. I told you lot, when you're doing the lines, only thing you do, listen to the whistle. Listen. I shut my mouth today. I didn't scream a lot, because I want to see what you guys do.
I cannot be having that. You should all be out there, one team, but you shouldn't care who's got that shirt on. Whoever has is there to fight for you, next to you, and that's what we should be doing. Today, just take the lesson from it. It was bad performance. It doesn't happen again for the rest of the season.
What do you think of this initiative to wear Love for All Hatred for None on their shirts and engage with the community?
It's a very good idea. We need more of that in this country.
Yeah, I think it's a good initiative. I think it's good for obviously for the community, and obviously it's a good natured game. Good bunch of lads. You got a good football team down here.
We promised Daniel last season that we wouldn't swimming goal again. He did it so much last year.
Yeah, but Al, my
Ali has been volunteering at the club for 3 years. Tonight, he is hosting a board meeting. Following the recent defeat, the agenda turns to Shazil's tactics.
About how the club should play.
Yeah.
You need to enforce that better. We need to invite people into our and then break. So we have their half to play.
The only problem is we don't have the confidence to do that at the moment.
We're
That's what
gonna
we
have
need to work on. Yeah,
that's the risk we take
I
in
agree.
terms of because football
I
is
think
just
you
a
do that
strategy.
against your TFTs and your Merton socials.
There's a bunch of Muslim guys praying before a game. Quite unsettles people, thinking, you know, what are these guys like? They've heard about Muslims in the media, etc. But on their shirts, they've got this love for all, hatred for none. What does it mean? And I think that message really, you know, it's the simplest way of putting our message across without having to speak and tell people about it. And we had a lot of people coming and asking us, why have you got this message on your shirt? What does it mean? I'd be lying if I said it was some big master plan from the beginning. The idea developed to create an 11-a-side team that would simply go out and play friendly matches against other teams. And we quickly realised that what we had was an opportunity not only to get our guys together and create brotherhood, but we also had the opportunity to actually take the message of the true peaceful Islam out into the footballing community. This is our 4th season now, but that first league title eludes us. We haven't won a league, and I think that is the big test for us. Can we now do that?
The football club is part of the UK's Ahmadiyya Muslim Youth Association, a registered charity based at the London Mosque and headed by Waqas Ahmed.
Another permanent feature of the Youth Association is that they do fundraising for the British charities. And last year they've raised around £285,000 for British charities. They planted 10,000 trees. 4,000 units of blood were donated by the members of the Youth Association. We are just following the teaching of Islam. You know, loyalty to your country is part of your faith. The Holy Prophet of Islam told us. That's why, as a gesture of our loyalty to our country, the Muslim youth members of the Muslim Youth Association, in the month of November, they go out and collect charity for British Legion. And normally what they do, they normally take buckets and they sell poppies just to support the soldiers who have suffered during wars.
We recently went to Wembley where we sold poppies. They were very surprised because we were Muslims and we were doing this. This brings us together with the other communities.
नफरत के दाग मिटाने हैं, हर दिल को अपना करना है। दुनिया को दिखाऊं क्या है मजा एक अहमदी बनकर जीने में। जी सैयदना इरशाद क्या करना सैयदना इरशाद करे क्या करना है क्या करना है। जी सैयदना इरशाद करे क्या करना है क्या करना है। जी सैयदना इरशाद करे क्या करना है क्या करना है। जी सैयदना इरशाद करे क्या करना है क्या करना है। जी सैयदना इरशाद करे क्या करना है क्या करना है। जी सैयदना इरशाद करे क्या करना है क्या करना है। जी सैयदना इरशाद करे क्या करना है क्या करना है।
Winter has arrived, and Umar is taking full advantage of his university holidays.
We'll be going to Saudi Arabia. For Muslim like me and my family, it's like a dream come true for us because when we pray, we face towards Mecca. And that's where we'll be going, you know, the first mosque in the world, obviously, and that's where the Prophet Muhammad ﷺ also lived.
Thank you for flying the Turkish Airlines Samambro.
أكبر الله أكبر أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله.
Mecca is surrounded by hills, several of which became historic landmarks in the life of the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam.
We're at Ghar Hira, about to climb this huge hill. We're near halfway now, off of this beautiful mountain. We're at top of the Ghar Hira now. Top of Ghar Hira now. Alhamdulillah, we've done it.
200 miles north lies Medina, where Umar visits more historic mosques, most importantly the Prophet's burial site at Al-Masjid al-Nabwi. Back in Surrey, the Youths have been on a good run, climbing to second in the table. For the very last fixture of 2016, they faced the only team above them, Ewell FC. A win will send the Youths top for the mid-season break. Ewell's star striker Subhan has history with the Youths.
Subhan, who used to be one of our ex-players, so there is, I would say, friendly rivalry as well.
He's been doing well as well. I think he's top scorer in the league as well. So he's got his opportunities and he's taken chances of that.
Subhan causes his former teammates problems from the start, winning a free kick close to goal. Already 1-0 down, things get worse in the second half. Defender Fazan has struggled to keep up with Subhan and is sent off for 2 mistimed tackles. The team press for a late equaliser. The defeat leaves the players in a somber mood, but they decide to invite Subhan to their post-match meal.
How do you feel about going to Nando's with the guy who just scored against you?
It's fine, he's a brother at the end of the day.
Tell me about Nando's.
Nando's. We're going to have a good talk in Nando's. We're going to just discuss, summarise what happened today, and we'll see how it all goes. Yeah.
How did it feel about the goal?
It was a weird feeling. I mean, I was happy for the team, but then obviously I felt bad that these are my brothers and these are lost. Come on.
This is a county cup game, Surrey County Cup, so 4th round. We also get them again in the cup, but maybe that's Allah's will that we've drawn them again. Once we knew that we'd drawn Ewell, obviously that excitement's there as well. They want to go out and prove it to themselves, so they have the ability. It's just a matter of showing it. I think last time they probably felt that they didn't do themselves justice, and inshallah today they'll go out and do that.
दिल में मेरे यही है सुबहान मैया रानी सुबहान मैया रानी सुबहान मैया रानी दिल में
I saw the logo at the beginning of the game, and I looked at it and I said, this is a good one. Not just for football, but the fact that we know all that's happening in the media in terms of the faith and what people believe of Muslims. But I think it is a very good sign to show that they're not the same as everybody, and even what people perceive you to be, they all love everyone regardless of what.
That's a good idea. Why not?
it's good that everybody's just working together and playing. What they're here for is to enjoy sport and show we're all equal.
The players have trained hard through the New Year cold. At least, the players who attend training have. Ibrahim has other things on his mind.
All my family members, they are looking for a suitable wife for the future. It is definitely not forced marriage, because at the end of the day you make your own decision. You all have the same right as much as the boy to say no or yes. You can have obviously maybe conversation and then you can still say no.
Ibrahim wishes to seek advice about finding a potential fiancée from the global Imam of Ahmadiyya Muslims, Hazrat Mirza Masroor Ahmad, known affectionately as Hazur. May Allah be his helper. Tonight, Ibrahim has been granted an audience with Hazur at the London Mosque immediately after the evening prayers. Ibrahim waits patiently for his turn. Finally, his name is called.
Straight away he asked me, and are you married yet? I said, no, Huzur, not yet. Have you found a rishta? I said, no, not yet, Huzur. Please pray for my rishta so I can get married soon. So Huzur said, you will inshallah pray.
Meanwhile, goalkeeper Umar is finding exam preparation increasingly stressful.
I did find it stressful because there was too much to look at, because we have 3 seminars, 3 lectures and 3 workshops, so I have to cram in everything and then try and revise it again, so that it stays in the head. I hope that I obviously at least passed, but passed with high marks.
How are you going to balance these upcoming exams with your football?
Don't tell Shahzad, but I may miss some training sessions.
The win against Ewell has sparked a team record 9-match winning streak, and the Youths have qualified for the County Cup quarter-final against West End Village. Ibrahim wins an early penalty. The penalty miss is not much felt, following a pacey strike from Ibrahim. In the second half, West End Village begin to show their attacking intent and are rewarded with an equaliser.
Unfortunately, they didn't track him, ran through, and it was a clinical finish. Hopefully, inshallah, yep, 2-1. Personally, that's my opinion. I reckon we should be able to win this game.
In the very final minutes of the match, Ibrahim wins a second penalty, and this time, winger Kamran steps up to take it.
Yes! 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 Yes!
The win means the players take on Keene Park Rangers in their next fixture, the semi-final of the County Cup. A rapid run by Ibrahim earns the Youths a penalty. Kamran scores a second to seal the team's place in the final. The euphoria doesn't last. An early spring terror attack at Westminster Bridge leaves 5 innocent casualties, and London is in shock. 1 week on, Umar and his teammates are joining a moment's silence in honour of the victims.
Why are you watching it?
The team's league form has stuttered. 2 consecutive defeats end their hopes of winning the title. Ahead of the cup final, manager Shazil is praying at Beth El Fatou, Britain's biggest mosque. And the team still have plenty to pray for, both in the cup and the league.
The team still has the County Cup final to come. In the league, it's second place, gives us automatic promotion. If we didn't achieve promotion this year, it'd feel like a letdown. There's a lot of effort, time, emotion that's gone into this season, not just from myself and the management side and the club as a whole, but from all of these boys. They've put in a lot of blood, sweat and tears into this. We have long discussions after the game when we win, and even longer discussions after we lose. And that's on a team basis, on an individual basis. So yeah, it would be a big letdown if we weren't able to achieve promotion at the very least. I'd rather get promoted and not win the cup final than the other way around.
The players have beaten teams from higher divisions during their cup run and will have to do so again in the final, where they face Chesington KC at the Metropolitan Police's football stadium. The match represents the highest level at which the club has ever played. Chesington force an early save from Umar, but the youths are able to create chances of their own. The first half ends 0-0, but the second begins with disaster, as Chesington are awarded a free kick. The youths immediately have a chance to equalise, only for it to be ruled offside. A second goal for Chesington forces Shazil to make changes. He brings on a striker in place of a defender, and the team switch to all-out attack in a final attempt to salvage the match. Shazil's tactics fail. The remaining defenders are brutally exposed, and 3 late goals complete a 5-0 humiliation.
You can hear them. I'd love to be in that position, don't get me wrong, but we go up this year. That was the goal for the start of this season. Make sure we're on our job. We've got games to go. And I want to be tested at this level, week in, week out, as I'm sure you will, because it will make us better when we come back next year. Okay? But don't let up for the next 3 games that we have. We need 2 points for promotion, and we're going to get that this year. We're going to go up. That is our must.
Good morning and welcome to another show of Saturday Morning Live.
Good morning, Hamza. Good morning, Z.
Morning.
Right then, we're going to kick off with the...
Shazil has been invited to speak to the Voice of Islam radio station hours before the youth's final league match. Since the cup defeat, the team's terrible form has continued, and they have only one chance left to save their season.
When you go a goal down or you see a bit more of a challenge in front of you, there are times when we've let teams get the better of us, and this year we had eradicated that for large periods of the season. But obviously we've had a little bit of dip right at the business end. When we get a few losses, sometimes it becomes hard to break that rut. But it's come down to the last game. The league has guaranteed that the top two in this division go through and be promoted. We are in second place at the moment and ready for promotion, hopefully. We need to get a draw today would be enough. A win would be great.
Today's opponents are league champions, TFT. The youths have played TFT 5 times in the last 3 years and have lost on every single occasion. If those results are repeated today, the team will end the season with nothing. TFT win an early free kick. The youths search for a goal of their own. Midfielder Mustafa's goal gives the supporters hope at half-time.
We've got 45 minutes left. I think one more goal will settle the nerves and help us finish strong. We just need to see this game through off now, that's it. See this game through and hopefully get promoted next year.
As the second half begins, the youths miss an easy chance, and suddenly TFT are threatening to snatch the game from them. In the final minutes of the match, Ibrahim breaks free down the right-hand side.
One of our best performances for the year end. It's fantastic that we've got promoted. We've done really, really well thanks to all of your efforts. Everyone here and the rest of the squad. We've done a really, really good job, mashallah, to get through today. The most important thing is we played together as brothers today. As we've done all season, we've prayed together when we've played together. And inshallah next year, that bond has to get stronger between all of us. Well done, boys, well done. Barakah, well done.
The win against TFT isn't the only result Umar has been waiting for.
I received my first set of results, and alhamdulillah they went very well in my opinion.
What did your parents think?
I was at uni actually when I received my results, and I texted them and they said well done, but I could have done better. So maybe there is a room of improvement for me.
Ibrahim is staying with his family during his holidays.
The team we have at the moment is not just, I don't think it's just for us, like personally, individually, but it's, I think for the whole community, it's a opportunity, I think, to get our youngsters and our youngsters who are, they can spend time in a good and a positive way. I hope that in the near future we will go up to a high standard.
I think it's good. I think it's a great message, and I think if it promotes something that they want to promote, then I embrace that. I think it's good.
The game was played in really good spirit. Enjoyed it. It's good to watch, and long may it continue.
Hazrat Mirza Nasir Ahmad, during one of his visits to Europe, he gave this motto, love for all, hatred for none. We don't hate anyone. It's our love for the people that we are doing charitable work.
We believe in equality of human beings, in the rule of law, and we are against all types of oppression.
And how do you conduct your mission in Europe?
We try to win the hearts.
ये रोज कर मुबारक सुबहान मैया